here tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
It's time!
Welcome back to another Sunday afternoon episode of Software Explorations. If you do not know who I am your host, Tech Coach Ralph. Today is Sunday, December 10th, 2023. It is currently 2:46. Got a little bit later start than normal, but had to take care of some stuff. But here we are. We do not miss. All right. So we are going to be continuing a little bit with Terraform. So I'll give an update on the issue that we're having, where we're getting stuck. But let me first, got to get this out of the way. First, got to get this up on the screen. We are engineered to win as always, because some people, they might be engineered to do something else, but we do not play those games over here. We only care about victory. We only care about winning. We only care about hard work. All right. So that's the goal. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we do every single stream. Every single stream, we have fun, but we work hard because our direction is going up. We do not look to the left. We do not look to the right. We just go straight forward. As Buzz Lightyear said, to infinity and beyond. And that might need to be a soundbite, to infinity and beyond. So what are we up to today? So today we're going to be working on Terraform. We've been having that issue. So it's an issue, but it's also helped us learn a lot, right? So we figured out how to configure the VPCs, how to configure the subnets, how to configure the internet gateway, how to configure the router, I think it's called. But we still had the issue, so we're going to figure that out. I have an update on that I will share, but we will get to that after, and only after we get to our agenda, like we always do around this time. So first and foremost, if you are new to the channel, thank you for being here. And to all of the newest subscribers, it's been like a week that we've grown, we're just exponential growth. So I truly thank you. I see that video about the identity and access management engineer role. It is going crazy. So you guys are appreciating it. So I'm so happy to hear that. I hope that it adds great value to you. But I am going to be releasing a new video that is very similar, but it is a different role, right? And I will get to that once we start talking about going through our show schedule. But first and foremost, thank you to all of the newest subscribers. You know what?
I appreciate you.
I truly do appreciate you. So many people reaching out to me, meeting new people. It is amazing. So I encourage you to watch the videos in the past and see if those can help you, level up. So one of the new Patreon members, I sent them, they were asking me about some different things that they could do to learn automation. And I sent them some videos from when I first got started, where those videos were god awful, but the information is still valid. So hopefully that helps that Patreon member to, get more familiar with automation and all that good stuff. So there is something here for everybody. With that being said, if you are new to the channel, or maybe you've been here for a while, but you just haven't made, like your fingers are not strong enough yet to hit the subscribe button, today may be the day. So if you would do me that favor, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can know every single time that I go live, every time I drop a new video, because I drop tons and tons of video trying to add so much value to you. And like the video, share the video. And if you haven't done so yet, check out the Patreon at www.techcoachralph.dev to see what we have going on in there. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, I have a video. Oh my goodness. I have a video coming out where I am talking about a secret way to make sure that it's not a secret, but I'm sharing with my Patreon members, but it is going to be talking about one question you need to ask yourself before you put something on your resume, right? Before you put it in the list of your responsibilities at your prior company, right? Or your current company. There's one question you need to ask yourself to see whether you should put it or not. So that is going to be coming out to my Patreon members tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So look out for that. And that's what I'm trying to add value, right? So check out the Patreon, www.techcoachralph.dev, and go ahead and level up there, because we're just going up, right? No time for crying, for pity parties. We're just going to win. All right. So now let's get to our live show schedule. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys know right now, this week, I am deeming it Cybersecurity Week, right? It's Cybersecurity Week here on the Tech Coach Ralph channel. So we are going to be doing cybersecurity stuff. We're going to have our amazing Q&A night with our good friend Socks. And we'll figure out what we're going to do Thursday night, but it's going to be something cybersecurity related, maybe some more catch the flag, or we'll see. Or maybe we can look into setting up a Splunk server or something like that. I don't know yet. We're going to figure that out. But here is the show schedule for the week. And we have Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7:15 a.m. Where we do our coffee and kata show. We have a cup of coffee. We read some news stories, and then we do some coding exercises to stimulate our minds for the week ahead. But I'm still debating if I'm going to do it a little bit earlier tomorrow morning, because I had so much fun jumping on the Tech Niche Tips show last week that I might go and see what's going on over there. So I don't know. I might go live a little bit earlier tomorrow. If I do, it'll be scheduled. You'll see that. And then if I do go live a little bit earlier, I will see if I can sneak into the room with the Tech Niche channel with Trey over there. Because I had an amazing time hanging out with them. And then I was on there yesterday with Joseph and Nate, Career Hack Nate, and just hanging out, talking about experiences and helping you all get that information that you need to continue to level up in your career, right? So I'm gonna decide about that, but the schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7:15 a.m. And I'll let you know about tomorrow. We have Sunday afternoons like today, where we have our software explorations. We are going to continue through Terraform today, but depending on how far we get through Terraform, I might, because if I complete what I want to complete for Terraform, I might go and start looking around with some of the Hacker 101 that we were looking at last month, to celebrate our Cybersecurity Week, where I might keep looking for some challenges, some flags, and see how that works, because I would really, really like to get more familiar with that. And I think I would expect with the investigative background as I do have in QA that I should be able to find these things. But, it is a totally different realm what these hackers are capable of doing. So, which also has me thinking about taking I saw this course on YouTube for ethical hacking. So maybe I can do something with that. And maybe that'll help me with these catch the flag challenges. Who knows, right? But it's not something that you're just gonna walk into. So it's definitely a learning curve for us all. Okay, so that is Sunday afternoons, Terraform, software explorations. Tuesday nights, we have our Q&A night. We have a special Q&A night coming up this Tuesday, because we are doing our cybersecurity Q&A. I have the questions lined up. But if you have any questions, go ahead and send them in, because I will always prioritize your questions in the chat, or the question that you send to us ahead of time, to get those answers, because so many people, I just can't count how many people saying, I want to get into cybersecurity. That's the route to go. What the hell is cybersecurity? And that's what we're here to answer, right? any questions that you have about how to get into the field, how to, how to learn a particular software, things like that, right? Let us know, and we will make sure that we get answers for you. And I would highly recommend if you didn't watch the first Q&A night, go back and watch it. It's on my channel. It's also on Sock's channel at Free Range Socks, right? Check it out. See what we were talking about then, and then come prepared with your questions because we are anxious. We are anxious to talk to you. All right. And then we have Thursday nights, more software explorations, and we'll figure out what we're doing this Thursday because it's gonna be cybersecurity related. I'll see what I can figure it out. Maybe something with Grafana, right? Because Grafana, is, from my understanding, is open source. So we'll see what we can do, right? We will definitely look into that. So with that being said, I'm going to repeat it one more time because that was a lot of information. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Coffee and Kata, 7:15 a.m., our morning show where we are doing, we drink some coffee, we do some coding challenges. Sunday afternoons, software explorations. We are currently trekking through the swamps of Terraform. Tuesday nights, Q&A nights, but we have a special Q&A night with our good friend Socks for Cybersecurity Week. And then Thursday nights, we have more software explorations. So mark your calendars, hit the notification bell so you can know every time these shows are going live so you can continue to win. You can continue to level up with us. It's a lot of content. I hope you can keep up, all right? So we are moving on to our pre-recorded content. So Mondays, we have our Candid Conversations. Tomorrow's Candid Conversation, I'm going to be releasing a video, right, called I don't believe you. I don't believe what you say. Because what you say is not backed up by actions. No, they're not. All talk, no action. So I don't believe you. We're going to be talking about why I don't believe you, but I would love to believe you if you would do something. All right. So enough whining, enough complaining. Let's get out there and work. All right. So Mondays, Candid Conversations. Wednesdays, software explorations, concepts, and overviews. This coming Wednesday, I am going to be releasing an overview on cloud security engineering. Cloud security engineers. So it's going to be very similar to the identity and access management presentation, right? But we're going to be talking about cloud security engineer because cloud security engineer is a particular role that you might be able to get into, right? If you put in the work. And I think it'll be a great presentation for Cybersecurity Week. I see how much you guys love the identity and access management roles presentation. So I think that going with the cloud security engineer, it is just an evolution to our, to your progress, to our growth, to our learning capabilities. All right. So with that being said, that leaves us with only one show left, which is the Bug Bite. And the Bug Bite is where we review different industry related bugs, security breaches, stuff like that, how it affected the company, how it affected us, the general public. So I didn't want to do this, but I had to go back to 23andMe. But this time it's from another perspective because someone's calling for the death penalty of 23andMe. Yes, the death penalty. Tell me about it, right? So I break that down. I review it to see what do I think about their claim? And, we break it down like we always do. So hopefully we can put 23andMe to rest, but not the death penalty, but just to rest in talking about, because I think they've suffered enough. So with that being said, that is our live show schedule. But wait, there's more. We also have shorts and we have our Q&A clips coming out Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And this week's Q&A clips are going to be focused on Cybersecurity Week. All right. So much going on, so much for you. How can you even keep up? How can you even keep up? I am just excited as you are. Trust me, I am ecstatic. All right. So with that being said, what more? Right? I mean, I feel like this show is might as well end it because there's so much going on. But no, we have a lot of work to do. So just a reminder, one more time, another reminder, and I'm going to remind you tomorrow as well. Cybersecurity Q&A night is Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Mark it on your calendar. Get your questions answered from a 20-year industry expert. My good friend Nico Socks is here to answer your questions. All right. So tune in, mark your calendars. It's already scheduled. It's been scheduled for almost 2 weeks now. Hit the notification bell on that video in particular, even if you don't want to hit the general notification bell to talk about, to go, to join me on the lives. At least hit the notification bell for that one, because I know you want to get into cybersecurity. You have questions. We most likely have answers. All right. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and check out Chaos Camp, right? The link to Chaos Camp should be rotating in the chat. Go and do a challenge. Like in the mornings, we're doing the rock, paper, scissors challenge, right? And we are going through that. We're almost done with that, right? So we're going to need to find a new challenge, but I would highly, highly recommend that you level up your coding skills and your QA skills by doing one of those Chaos Camps challenges from my good friend Don, all right? So definitely check that out. And before we get into the actual content of the show, I'm going to ask you one more time. If you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can know every single time that we go live. Like the video, share the video with everyone, because there is something here for everyone, right? You know what? I'm just saying. I speak to people all the time, and just looking to add value in many different ways. So share it, and I'm sure that there is something that they're gonna find here. Whether it's the bug bite, maybe they find that entertaining or scary. Maybe they need a little boost with the kind of conversations, or maybe they're looking to level up through the software explorations, and they just want to hang out and have and learn. And that's what we do here. We have fun while learning. All right. And if you haven't done so yet, check out the Patreon, see all the cool stuff that we have going in there. I'm about to publish, I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I didn't have time, but I'm about to publish some top courses that I would recommend, which aren't necessarily coding courses, but there are courses that, like, if you're going into tech, software engineering, I think it's about 3 or 4 of them, but you'll definitely need those tools and how to use those, and how to apply those principles in your daily, in your daily day-to-day activity. That video, I mean, it's not a video, but that article with those links, that is going to be a link available to all Patreon members, whether you sign up for free or whether you are a paid tier. But the videos, those are reserved for the tiered Patreon members. All right. So with that being said, you know what? That was a lot. So I need some energy.
Please offer me your energy. I ask of you, please.
All right. So we are going to get some energy, some amino tonight or this afternoon. Let's crack that open. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get us some good stuff. All right. So where are we at today? We are going to, let me log into AWS console. And you know what? I'm feeling a bit festive. So let's do something with the lights back there. I think I like that. There we go. Let's do that today. We are gonna hang out with these lights today. All right, so logging into AWS, I highly, highly urge you that if you do not have 2-factor authentication on your AWS account, add it, because that's what bit 23andMe in the butt. All right, so I use the Google Authenticator app. There are other things that are capable of being used, but that is totally up to you. But you definitely want to have some form of 2-factor authentication, because you do not want to log in one day and you see your AWS bill is like God knows how much money, right? And worse, like who knows what they'll be running on your account under your name. So you definitely want to protect your data. You want to protect your information. So we're logging to AWS. Let's see here. So let's go and let's look at this real quick because this is. Let's see. So most of the expenses are with EC2. Most of the expenses are with EC2. I have S3 for something in there. Oh, I think it's for the Terraform file, that one file that we have in there. We have our Elastic container. The ECR. MySQL 8. Where did that come from? I remember using that. Interesting. So we know we have the secrets. We have the so the ECS from the other day. Are there any costs associated with that? Interesting. So the ECS cost us 2 cents. The EC2 cost us $1.96, but we use this a lot more than we use that. Anyways, just checking out the billing, make sure that no one else is doing anything nefarious in my account. So let me open up PyCharm as well. All right. Terraform. So what I was saying about the issue that we've been having, right? After we have the all the infrastructure set up, and then with the script, which I can speak through it. Let's close that. Let's go to here and here. So what's happening is with this right here, right? It's not able to SSH into the instance that it's creating because of the permissions, right? So what I was reading, right? And let's see if I can find it to show you. Okay, so I think I was muted. So what I was saying is, in the course, that's what we were about to get to user data, anyways. So we can actually just forget about the file provisioner and go straight to the user data and try to set it up. We can use this as our guide to try to figure that out. Um, the thing that mm, okay, so what this is, all right, so just reading this a little bit more carefully, right? This is saying in the server on the EC2 instance, you're going to be doing these actions. I wonder what's inside of here, though. Because I'm wondering if we just use our same script in here. I think so, because this is a echo here. I don't know. Let's give it a try, right? Let's give it a try. No point in wasting time. Oh my! I didn't even set up a timer or nothing. What am I doing today? Jesus Christ! Right. So, before I even set the timer, right? I want to say hello to Operation Tech Takeover. Welcome to the show and welcome to the channel.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, let me know. And let me know I see your Operation Tech Takeover. What is it that you work on? What is it that you do? I am curious to learn a little bit more about you and see what commonalities that we have, what it is that you work on, and where we can add value into each other's life. I love collaborating with tech people. There's so much of us, so many of us out there. But we're always working in our own individual silos and stuff like that. But I think when we can collaborate and put our minds together, we can actually build great things. So let me know, and then we can have that conversation. All right. But thank you for being here. I truly, truly appreciate you. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got you from with Joseph with Technique Shift. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
I appreciate you.
I'm like I love going over there and hanging out with them. So very, very good people, and I truly appreciate you being here. All right, so let's get into this. Right, we are going to get my timer up. All right, let's go with the timer.
It's time to do.
All right, so we are on this screen, and I will. I'll be looking on the other screen so that and I'll be typing over here. So we can get rid of I don't know if we need to get rid of this one yet, right? But we're gonna try it out regardless, right? So we're gonna get rid of this. And we're gonna create data and then template file. I really, really like that inside of at least with Terraform, it really makes it I don't want to say the word easy, but it helps you a lot to get started to using like with the predictive text. Like when you start typing, it tells you, okay, this is what you're looking for. Um, user data, then because as you like when you go into these sections, right, it automatically I think this has to be at the top level though. It automatically gives you an idea of what you're looking to do, right? Let's see. I don't think this is going inside a resource. All right, there we go. So data is at the top level. We're going to do data, and we're going to do, so we did the template file, and then, and what I mean by that, right? So let's just start over, right? So if I do here, say data, right? And then I go here, and then I start typing template file. I have all these options, right? AWS launch template, Terraform remote state, template file, all these different options that I can choose from. So I say, all right, give me a template file. I'm going to do user data len. All right, pop that open. And we're going to say the template equals EOF. And then we're going to do, something doesn't look right. Let's see. Oh, look right. So home EC2 dash user is probably going to be, and then it's going to be setup scripts. Oh no, something looks weird, but let's keep going. All right, so we just copy this whole, so we type the whole thing out. Home Ubuntu setup scripts touch. The reason I say it looks weird to me is because it's all in regular colors, right? And then I have this arrow over here. Let's see what this arrow is. Let's keep going, right? We shall see. So touch in it started. And we're going to say echo $, close that, and then we're going to say base 64 encode file. Okay. Path. It just looks so weird. It looks so weird to me. $, path.module / user data underscore. That's the part I'm not sure about, right? Because I don't know if it should be user data underscore len in this. Quick, right? So let's read this real quick, right? So using encode whatever local file you need as base64 string, Terraform function, base64 file, path to file. So this file will have a creation stamp of when user data execution started. Forwarding the actual user data, write the base64 strings to. Okay, so the file I have locally, I'm going to have that write to user data. The file the actual command varies between Windows and Linux, and see example below. So I think that this is good. It just looks weird that it's just looks, I don't know, when I see the colors match over here. Okay. Finish writing it out. But let's see what I took a coding bootcamp for front-end web dev and Python back in 2018. I stopped coding for a while, looking to refresh my skill. Oh, well, guess what? You are at the right place then, because we do so much coding over here. We do I think you'll like it over here because I go from like many different things, right? So I'll do some coding, I'll do some infrastructure, just try to give some exposure to many different things. Because a lot of times, like I'm learning a lot of this stuff as well with you guys, but I'm just saying, trying to give more exposure, more different ideas of the things that are available, things that are out there. So I think you're gonna really, really like it here. And it says, I'm taking the same tech sales course Joseph took. My ultimate goal is to become a sales engineer to blend the sales and the technical side together. Yep. I know some people who are sales engineers as well. And yeah, like they are very technical to understand how the product works. And then they're also on the sales side. So they get the best of both worlds, in my opinion, right? They get to enjoy working with tech, but they also get those nice commission checks. So shout out to the sales engineers out there. Cool. All right. Probably having some internet issues right now, but it is what it is. Let's see. Yep, buffering. But it will come back. All right. So we are looking at. All right, let's finish this up. Right, so this is what I'm gonna finish typing in the other screen, and let's go. Let's check on this internet. Let's see what's going on with this internet. At least it's not cutting off the stream. I'm happy I was able to fix that, but I hate when it has to buffer. Like, it's so dumb, like Comcast. Let's see. Running a speed test, see what's going on over here. All right, so let's keep going with this. Let me take this down. But yeah, like, that's amazing. I would love to hear more about your journey as well. So we'll definitely keep in touch and show up anytime whenever you see me live. Just show up and I'd love to talk to you. All right, cool. So here we are. Let's go to, so we have this much. And then they say now you're going to do a pipe where we're going to say base 64 decode. Oh, so that's how you do decode. All right, cool. So that's cool. See, like, always learning something, right? We're always learning something. It says I have 15 megs per. That's annoying. So let me do a quick one over here as well. Have 811 upload, but 15 down. Or 811 download, but 15 upload. So annoying. Let's see. It's just annoying that you can't just get consistent upload speed, right? Do this one instead. So we're getting great download speed. Let's see what the upload speed is. Only 4 megs per second. That's annoying. But I think it's probably because it's always on Sundays, right? So I think there's like something with the football that's going on that's causing my upload speeds to be tampered with, right? But we are going to figure it out. Let me see if I can go to devices, and I'm going to prioritize this device. All right, this device is prioritized. Let's see if that makes any difference. All right, so, and Operation Tech Takeover says, I really enjoy your input on the shows with the guys, so I had to come over here and support as well. That is amazing.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I love hanging out with them. They are like, they are fun to talk to, and I like getting the perspective from like more of the sales side as well, because um a lot of times, like, when you're on this side of the wall, I'd say, um it's very like development driven, meeting the requirements, but knowing like what the salespeople do and what they go through. It's different ways that you get to think of different perspectives on what we can do to make the salespeople's lives easier as well, because they are also our stakeholders. Like, believe it or not, the sales department is also our stakeholders, because if we can do stuff that makes it easier for them to sell, then we're all gonna win. So that's why I really like to collaborate. I like to talk with the customer success managers, so the account executives, to the sales side, to the cybersecurity side. So I just like talking to everybody, right? So, yeah. So, all right, cool. So let's continue with this. Hopefully, this internet gets its life back together. But we will continue. All right. So we have base 64 decode, and we're gonna say that's gonna go to, after you decode it, save it to the user data.sh file, and we're gonna say we don't need that one. So now we're going to say file. I think something's going to be wrong with this, but we're going to find out. File. And we're gonna go to $. Path.module slash user data underscore ln.sh. I don't know. I don't know. All right, and then we're gonna say change the permission. We're gonna do super user change the permission to 777, and then we're going to say touch init complete. Right? Awesome. As soon as I log into LinkedIn, I will accept it, and we can connect there. We can talk some more. Appreciate it. Awesome. Like I'll say this too, right? Like I on Monday. So we tech niche tips. So Joseph and I, we were. It's funny, right? We were watching. You know what? I'm gonna tell the story as soon as the break comes. Because let me finish this. I'll tell the story because it's funny how we connected and like how much we've done so far in like a short amount of time. But let's finish this real quick, right? Because I get distracted. That's why I have a timer on because I get so distracted sometimes. And what I'm gonna do during the break, I am going to show the calculator. I'm showing the calculator for one very special person that I don't know if he's watching or not, but I want to show this calculator because he was trying to go in on me today. I'm like, all right, I got you, bro. I got you. All right. So let's go. Template, user data. All right. So I think we're good. Let me just copy this to make sure this is good too. I just don't know why it's green on this screen and not green on this screen, or at least a different color. But it's all good. Let's go here. Take this out. All right. Usually, okay, whatever. Oh, and then EO. All right, I guess. So let's do. Oh, okay. So because this wasn't there, but now, okay, okay. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I apologize. So what that means is when we open this up, we should do it like okay, you should open it together. But okay, cool. All right. So now we have everything that we need. Let's give it a try. So script to run. Oh, but here I think we need to put I am gonna put I think here I need to go like that. I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so. We shall find out together, folks. Because we're learning, right? We are learning. Nah, you are so good. Tech takeover, like I'm just messing around. All right, so let's do this. Let's go with. Let's try to run it. Let's see what we got. Right, Terraform plan. What happens? Okay. So how we do this last time? Export AWS profile. I wrote this down. It goes Terraform. And then Terraform plan. Hopefully that works. Inconsistent dependency log file. The following dependency recorded a log file with inconsistent with the current configuration. To upgrade the dependency selection. Okay, I mean, it doesn't really look like we have a choice, right? Terraform init upgrade. Like they give you an error and they're like, oh, like you have a choice to do something else. Okay, great. Incompatible provider version. Okay, let's see. Does not have a package available for your current Darwin version. I am currently using PyCharm. I'm using PyCharm, which I'm using the terminal view in PyCharm. I have a joke with one of my buddies, Andrew, where I am not the biggest fan of VS Code. I am a JetBrains enthusiast. But I do use VS Code every now and then, but I am using PyCharm because I'm writing in Python right now. Let's see, provider registry. What? Let's see. What in the world just happened here? The provider. Okay. Terraform. Inconsistent dependency log file. What in the world is going on here? All right, we are going to have to Google that one because that is different from the error last week. Okay, let's go. Here. All right. Let's see. Let's see. If you're running Terraform Flash, man, a different directory in a different directory than where you ran the Terraform plan out. Am I in a different directory? I don't think so.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
I don't think I'm in a different directory. Yeah, state. Gonna go to break very soon. I'm just curious. Mm. Weird. All right, we're gonna figure that out once we come back from break. Was not expecting that because I don't know. It's like every time, ever since I started using this, the remote, like in S3, it's been a pain in the butt. Like, geez, might have to just get rid of it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the S3 thing or if it's something on my computer. I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. But that's what we do here. But let's put a 5-minute timer up for our break. So, yeah, like I said, I am using PyCharm, but I do have VS Code installed. I don't use it that much because I don't know. I find VS Code a little bit. I don't know. I just never got really familiar with it. When I was doing this web development course, I used it because that's what they were using. But now when I do like web development stuff, I use the WebStorm with from JetBrains. So yeah. All right. So the story, right? It was a. Was it? Let me see. When did I meet with him? We had our. I jumped on the show this past Monday when we were talking about resumes versus networking. I spoke to Joseph on that previous Thursday. So all right. So it was a Friday before that, right? So 3 Fridays ago now, we were watching. We're on like pocket watching with JT, right? He was talking about scammers as he always does, and people doing fraud. And I had sent a super chat to the pocket watcher, and then I got a I got a new subscriber from Joseph, like through his channel, Technique Chips, and then he also sent me a invite on LinkedIn, right? So we were talking, and then we had a I was oh, so actually he sent me the invite on LinkedIn, and then I was watching the show that he had, his Saturday show, where he was talking about the text giving and interviewing the young lady that was, setting that up. And I was in the chat and everything, and he was like, "Oh yeah, and we have a QA engineer in the chat." I'm like, "Oh man, like he really like took the time to go through my profile and everything like that," which I thought that was pretty cool. My LinkedIn profile, which I thought was pretty cool. So then we were talking, and then yeah, I went on the show because we were like when I was talking to him, we were talking about resumes and networking and stuff like that. So he said, "Oh, that would be a cool topic for the show." So we did that on this past Monday, and that's where I got to connect with Trey, which he's like just like that network is just great all around. So just happy to meet all these people, and then I've been interacting with more people who are on the tech sales side of things and the sales development representative side of things. So it's been great. So I really having a lot of fun. And then I went up there this past Saturday to chime in to the talk that Career Hack Nate was talking about as a recruiter. So I would suggest um, that everyone go and check out the Technical Tips channel. Check out Trey's channel as well. Like very good information over there. And I know they have their morning show tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking about, going live a little bit earlier so I can wrap up and then go tune into the morning show, and things like that. So yeah, so I'm just it's funny that the funny thing is like I was talking about taking the perspective that the resumes are more important last week, but I've been networking with tons of people. All like I mean, you know, to just to do this work, I've been networking with people, going to different Slacks, going to different Discords, trying to add value all over the place. So I mean, honestly, I'll say this tip, right? When you're networking, right? Because I know, especially and I 100% agree in the sales side of things and in the account executives, account management side of things, project management side of things, networking is super important. Usually, it's like once you actually get in, right? But it's super important for networking. You should be networking to see how you can add value into the people's lives that you're connecting with, right? You shouldn't be approaching it with what can you get out of someone. It's what you can put into somebody, right? And I think that right there is where the networking becomes effective because if you are focused on what can what value can I deliver, what can I do for this person, they're going to remember you, right? And they're going to say, "Oh yeah, I remember when I was in this situation, then then Operation Tech Takeover, um he helped me out. He helped me out and he helped me see another idea, another strategy, something that really left a lasting impact." So my goal is to always leave a lasting impact in a positive way, of course, right? And definitely in a positive way. So yeah,
Get a move on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on. Get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
well, pardon me. All right. No, but seriously, like, right, looking to drive value and always looking to see what can you do for other people, right? Not what they can do for you. And then when the time comes that you actually need something, they're going to, "Oh yeah, I remember when they did that for me," and that's who I'm going to recommend, right? So I think that is a very effective and a key to networking, right? So with that being said,
Message.
right? So, oh, I missed some chats. All right, so Tech Takeover said, "Okay, got you. That is the VS code. That is the VS code was the one they had us use in the boot camp. So I just got used to it. I only asked because I use prettier to change the colors and keep the things organized for me. No, you're right. The reason that I'll show you something real quick, right? The reason that it looks like this is because this is Terraform code that's being done through PyCharm. But if I was to go to all these projects that I have over here, let's take a look at this one, basketball stats. So with this Python code, it does have like the different colors based on what you're doing. It's just the fact that this is it's like they're doing Terraform through PyCharm, which they can probably do it through I'm sure they do that in VS Code too, but that's why the colors look a little bit like it's not like as nice as it could be. And then Tech Takeover said, "Yeah, I remember I was the one that made the comment about people lying." Yeah, they do, but someone like, especially like when people are lying on their resumes. When that's why I remembered your name from, yeah, because I did respond to the comment, right? When people lie on the resumes, at least for me, I drill, like I dig in on stuff that if something is like, oh, I wonder, it makes me wonder, right? Like if somebody lies on the resume and it's something that I really don't care about, right? They say, oh, I did 80 of these when you actually did like 40. I don't care, right? At least you did it. You have some experience. But if you say like, oh yeah, I know how to, I did this project and this code and stuff like that, and I start asking you all the details about it, and then you start to stumble, ooh, you're in trouble there, right? So yeah, but yeah, no, okay, now I remember. Yeah, I remember because I remember the name, but I forgot. I know you're from Joseph his chat, but I was like, okay, now I remember the comment. Yeah, because that one stood out to me. So awesome. All right, let's get back to work and let's try to figure this thing out because this is annoying me. Okay, so we are going to go to let's do some research. All right, so let's see what that says. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm writing. Okay, the Terraform state replace provider command requires. Huh, that is so weird. Let's see. Let's put our timer up as well. Let's go with.
Let's go! Let's go!
All right. And Tech Takeover said, I feel like you always give a perspective that makes you think deeply when a concept is brought up. Thank you. I mean, I try, try to use these 15 years of in the tech space to bring additional perspectives, additional thoughts. I just don't like when it's just like, oh, someone said something and that is what it is. I like to play devil's advocate sometimes. I like to push another perspective, make you think because I could be wrong, but I also think that a lot of people are also wrong. So plus you are one of my there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. See, now we're gonna have to have a conversation, and but I'm gonna say that because I definitely really want to hear about this, right? So we're gonna figure that out, right? I'm gonna write you on LinkedIn. We're gonna talk some BJJ talk, all right? So that's all. That's what, I love it. All right. But by the way, like what belt rank are you? Let me know in the chat. I'm not. Now you got. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Let's focus, guys. Let's focus. All right. Let's focus. All right. So, oh my goodness. All right. So this is saying that if I do the upgrade, then I get the. So let's search for this. I'm not gonna switch screens right quick, but I just want to see what it says over here. Yeah, every time we get to this, right, something has to come up. This was working perfectly fine last week, or it wasn't because we had to fix it, but it's all good. Let's see. You know, okay, now I want to, because this is how I feel right now, right? This is how I feel right now. I feel like this young lady over here. Okay. Did you recently switch to a Mac with it? Not recently, but okay. Chances are you see when running. Okay. So there has to be a way to fix it, right? I understood from the error message that the template provider is not available. Look at my configuration. The user data for AWS instance gets rendered template file. The template file source reads C bars, Terraform. Okay. User data. Are you telling me my user data is doing this? All right. So if we comment this out, let's go comment that out. So are you telling me if I start this, it's gonna work? Okay, then. So that's how we want to do it, right? That's the game. That's the little game they want to play with us, right? So we got our template file, but then you're like, oh no, you can't do this. I am 1 second away from tabling this whole stupid user data thing, but we need it. So if we want to properly configure our stuff with Terraform, we're going to need to get this to work, right? So Terraform, replace deprecated template file with template file. Where is that? Okay, so therefore I looked for ways. This is gonna be like one of those Pinterest links where like they're talking about everything else, and then like at the very end they give you a solution. Let's see. Let's see. So therefore I look for ways to replace, and this is why I say, right? Where did I make this video? I don't know. I know I made this video. I was talking. It might have been on live stream. I don't know. But I said when you ask a question, when somebody asks you a question, right? Give the answer first, then give the context, right? So many times people just babble about like they can't answer a direct question, and they never answer the question, right? Give the answer first, answer directly, and then give the context, right? So what did you do to get this fixed, right? Therefore, I looked for ways to replace I found the template file function. The following template shows my Terraform. So that wasn't too hard, but when I tried Terraform init again, still got the same error. Okay. It turns out I had to remove the data source from my Terraform state to do so. To do so, I used the following command: Terraform state rm data template file user data, remove data file user data. Let me see. Okay, I think I might see something here. I had to stop because of an injury. Not in BJJ. Was a blue belt with one stripe. I love my ankle lock, heel hooks, and you're one of those guys. You're one of the Gordon Ryan and the John Danaher guys. No gi or gi? Which one do you prefer? No gi or gi? With your submissions, it sounds like you prefer the no gi, right? With the ankle locks and the heel hooks. That's awesome. I am currently a 4-stripe blue belt. Started back in 2020, June of 2020. So I'm like at 3.5 years now. So awesome. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna message you on LinkedIn once I get off here because yeah, definitely want to talk to you some more. Okay, let me focus. All right, let me focus. You know, like whenever I meet my jujitsu brothers and sisters, man, I just get like so excited and just wanna wrap this up and start talking jujitsu. You know, see, but that's why I do this because I need to write more code so I can spend more time doing jujitsu. If that makes any sense, right? Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. So how do I do this? Let me see. User data sh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here. There. I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to open there. See, because I know in the course they also did they they were just about to get to the user data part, right? But I was trying to follow along with them, but that was a miserable failure. So they had let's see it here. Let's see security group, not that one. Provider, not that one. Let's see. Mm, Let's see here. Um, okay, so they don't even have it in here. All right, cool. So I think you said they were in 9, right? So let's look at 9 and let's look at instance. So the way I did it here, that's for the EBS. All right, so let's go to user data over here. Should be in here. 7? Oh no, it's after it actually. So let's go to 10. Looking for where they talk about the user data stuff. I think it's in here maybe. All right, there goes user data. So user data, data, cloud, init, config, cloud. All right, so where is this one located? Oh, very interesting. All right, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again. So we're going to go over here and we are going to do so I'm gonna try to replicate what they did in here. Oh, Terraform. So if we do user data equals what is in the user data? So this is what's in the user data. Okay, so if we have our rock, paper, scissors in here, right? Or our code to set it up. So we should just be able to pass something along like this and create a template file for it. All right, so let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. So I'm gonna make a copy of this file. We're gonna call that .tpl, and you're just gonna accept it. And we're gonna go to add that, and we're gonna go to instance. We're going to go into the resource for the AWS. So we're end up doing it. We're gonna pass in the user data straight. Oh, you know what? Let me see something real quick. Okay, whatever. We're gonna do it this way. So we're going to go to inside the AWS instance. We're going to pass user data. Template file. And it's going to be quotation scripts slash copy that right into here. And what is this supposed to be? All right, so let's see if we try to run it, what we get. All right, here from plan. Not enough functions. Okay, so if I do this, so go back into that again. Vars parameter invalid var must be a map. So they still use a template file, right? Therefore, I look for a way to replace the data source template file and found the template file function. The following template shows my Terraform config after substituting template file with template file. Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to do the same nonsense as them. But I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. So you need some type of. So if I have an empty map, then will that still work? Let's see. Okay. You didn't use the output. All right, cool. So I guess we can try running it. See if we can find this script. So let's do it. Terraform apply. So tech takeover when you're doing your bootcamp, Terraform probably was around, but probably wasn't like very known or prominent. But imagine if you can like set up all the environments that you need. Like let's say you need to deploy one of your web applications, and you just write a little bit of code, and it sets up like everything that you need to host it and stuff like that on AWS and stuff. It's pretty cool to be honest. But there's a learning curve to it though. But the thing is, I think if I was much more well versed in with AWS or Azure, like just how to navigate those cloud platforms manually, it would be a lot easier to pick up on the Terraform stuff because it's pretty much like how I do automation for testing, where you're just writing the code of what to connect to and how things like are supposed to work together. But I'm gonna get it. Like I think I'm way more ahead than I was like, when I started like 2 or 3 months ago. Working on these, but it's really cool. And you said that you did the boot camp was for web dev and Python. That's cool. Um, did you use like Flask and stuff like that? Um, when you're doing like the back end? Um, I took the I actually learned I've known Java for like the past 10 years, but I learned Python last year and I use it like now I'm using it in my job every day. Writing automation code with Python. I like Python a lot. Let's see here. So what's going on here? So we have a host. Connecting to remote host via SSH. I don't think. I don't know if that's gonna work. Because it won't be able to SSH to it. It's gonna time out. So you can't use this one, or can you? I don't think you can use this one. Oh snap! But I need no. I think that's good. Or no. Yeah, I see what it is. Well, no, I haven't hard coded here, but I should have put something like that. But it's cool. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna time out because it's trying to do this right here. I think I should have just left. I think okay, so I'm gonna comment this out for the next time. I have a better idea now. But what it's supposed to do is I wonder if is there a way to stop Terraform from running? Like whatever it's doing. Terraform. Cancel Terraform apply gracefully to immediately do a destroy. Okay. It's gonna probably in another minute or so. It is going to die. But it is what it is. After and you know what? On this break,
Lunch break. Lunch break.
sorry you guys, but me and Tech Takeover are gonna have some jujitsu talk. But we're gonna bring it back to the coding as well though. So let's go to our break. Throw 5 minutes up there. So what out of these 3.5 years, right? Tech Takeover doing jujitsu. I've been able to use my software development, quality assurance background to be able to focus on like technique and strategy and like not spaz and go crazy, like how to absorb pressure, when to use energy. You know, I've been able to like use that strategy based on like the the coding mindset of like, all right, if statements, loops, and stuff like that. So like when I'm doing live training, when I'm rolling, I'm able to think through what position I'm in, how to slow things down, how to speed it up, how to play possum and stuff like that. I don't know when you stopped training, but like did you ever have like that occurrence when you were training. And Tech Takeover says he preferred the gi because if I can't get one of those lapels chokes, it is. You just like the best of both worlds, right? Interesting. Amazing conduct. Yeah, it is. Yeah, like this Terraform thing, it is pretty cool. That's why I'm so like, ultimately, I'm going through Terraform because like that's something that we use at work. But as soon as we're done with Terraform, I'm going to get into like the whole broader scope of DevOps, which goes into like tools like Ansible, how to automate like your deployment processes, things like that. So pretty good stuff. So yeah, it timed out as I thought because it cannot SSH into it. So we're going to do a Terraform destroy. So destroying it now, so when we get back to it, we don't need to wait for it to destroy. Yes, do that. And let's go. I haven't looked for jobs lately on LinkedIn, so let's look for some jobs on LinkedIn. How long is the boot camp? Tech Takeover. I think it's with what does he Course Careers, I think Joseph is affiliated with. How long does the I think you said it's a boot camp. How long does that take to go through before you can like really start applying for like those tech sales jobs? All right, let's see here. We're gonna have some good news stories for tomorrow. All right, let's go look for some jobs real quick. I definitely gotta watch this. So, everyone, in light of Cybersecurity Week, Nico, he had a video today where he was live from his bunker. No, it's not his bunker, from his data center, right? He was showing around his infrastructure in one of his server spaces. So like I just logged into LinkedIn and I saw the video that he did earlier today talking about that. Really cool stuff. So I would highly recommend that you guys go check that video out and see what a cybersecurity expert does, right? So let's see. I don't know what to search for. Let's search for let's go to cloud security engineer, right? Since that's what we're going to be presenting on this week, let's jump in and see what they talking about. So cloud engineer. So in Tampa at Ascendion, cloud engineer is $90K to $95K. Hybrid. Cloud engineer with AWS, but that's not cloud security though. Just automation security engineer. That sounds interesting, but 46K to like that's a pretty wide gap, right? 46K to 100K. Automation security. I don't know what that means, right? Provide expertise to a federal client in support of their mission critical systems in
Get a
the
move on. Back to
defense of
work. Chop,
homeland.
chop. Let's go. Come on. Get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
All right, I'm gonna say this, right? If I'm going to be working for the mission critical defense in our homeland, you're gonna have to pay me a little bit more than 46K to 100K a year. All right, I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right, nothing's free. Okay. Let's see. Insight Global. See, now that's more reasonable. In Pittsburgh, and it's remote for 120K to 140K, which it could still be more, but let's see how much experience they say. They would like a master's degree. Must-haves. 5 years of professional experience and a bachelor's degree in information technology, information security, or a related field. Demonstrated experience securing a technical environment in a cloud setting, AWS or Azure preferred. Google Cloud Platform is acceptable as well. But the question is, there's not even a question to ask, right? Because if in order to have 5 years, right, then you would definitely have experience in this. But if you go to like a boot camp and you and now you want to apply for this position, right? Well, it's already hard because you don't have the 5 years, but how do you demonstrate this experience, demonstrate hands-on experience leveraging policy as code solutions with Terraform Sentinel. Did they just say Terraform? They sure did. Understanding the Sentinel programming, detective controls, cloud native application protections, platforms, CNAP, and custom rules management. And they would prefer that a master's degree in computer science, information systems, or related field, certified information systems security professional, CISSP, CompTIA certificate, Security Plus certification, and knowledge of these things. That makes sense. Security engineer for web application at Seminole Gaming. That is the Hard Rock, which is right down the street from me. Believe it or not, right before I got my current job, I almost got a job there. And I say almost because I would have got it, but I accepted the current role that I am in now. But it was a Sherlock, right? But I wasn't trying to go drive to I wasn't trying to drive to work every day. So thank God for my company now. Let's read this one and then we'll check the chat and then we will get back to work. All right, so we are seeking a skilled and motivated web application security engineer to join our team. As a web application security engineer, your primary focus will be on managing, monitoring, and responding to security alerts generated by the security tools, while also possessing a solid understanding of various aspects of web application security, which we will be talking about on Wednesday, where we go through the cloud security engineer. You will work closely with development teams to ensure the continuous effectiveness of security measures, identify vulnerabilities, and implement appropriate controls. So it sounds like a lot of catch the flag type stuff. The ideal candidate will have a strong technical background, a good understanding of web applications, and ability to excel in managing, monitoring, and responding to security alerts. Okay, sounds good. The responsibilities: assist in testing and validation of security controls, manage monitoring and responding to security alerts, investigate and triage security alerts, assist in security assessment and penetration testing to identify potential vulnerabilities, monitor security logs, alerts, and events to proactively identify potential security incidents, create and maintain metrics to track and perform and efficacy of security tools, contribute to the compliance efforts by using adherence to relevant security standards, and say update. All right, cool. So qualifications: 3 to 5 years of relevant experience in web application security with proficiency in programming languages, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, ASP.NET, PHP, Java, etc. Understanding web application security fundamentals, secure coding, So, and this is pretty cool because this is all the stuff that we've spoken about all these things when we were going through cybersecurity week. In the not necessarily as much in the identity and access management roles, but we spoke about it in these. I think we spoke about it in the site reliability engineer. But in this week's episode of Software Explorations, Concept and Overviews, where we go over cloud security engineering, we are going to get deep into like a lot of these things to say like, okay, this is if you want to become a cloud security engineer, it's not something that happens overnight, because there is like under the technologies that they use, it is like, you think this is a lot right here. Once I go through that slide of the technologies that the cloud security engineers use, you're going to be like, what? Oh my God. That's what I was like. Because I was like, dang, they go through a lot. I mean, I know I use a lot of tools for the work that I do day to day, but man, cloud security is no joke, So I know so many people say they do it. They went from going to 40K to 400K in 6 months doing cloud security. Number one, I don't believe it. But number two, if they were able to, they had to learn a lot in a very short amount of time. All right. So more power to you if you're able to do it. But I'm not going to get into this one, but I just want to say, look at this, right? Cloud security engineer, 165K to 175K. And how much experience do they need to have? They don't say, but that's nice. I'm going to say this is nice, right? but let me check the chat and then we'll get back to work. All right. Tech Takeover says he has a medical background for 18 years. 18 years. That's a hell of a background. I'll tell you that. I stopped in 2018 because of the shoulder injury in the gym. When I was training, I used my critical thinking to slow myself down and not. That's my brother right there. That's what I'm talking about. That like that's what, because I'm a pretty small person, right? So when I'm going against these giants, I'm able to survive. I'm able to maneuver. When I get them with that half guard sweep, they'd be like, "What just happened here?" But I'm like, "It is what it is. All right, just embrace it." And Tech Takeover said the course careers is self-paced. You can do it in as little as 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks, wow, or 3 months or a year. However long it takes you, you can start applying to jobs really once you read the through. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, like not that I know much about the tech sales, but when I listen to like Trey talk and to Joseph talk and to some other ones talk, um, it's like you need, from my understanding, like you need to learn the tech enough to be able to comfortable talk about it and support it, because it's like lead generation. But it's not like on this side of things where you have to be able to like really know how to understand the code and go deep into it to be able to like to do the work. So yeah, I could definitely see how it's self-paced, and once you get to a certain level you can start applying, because I think once you start applying, you start selling yourself, then it really shows how your capabilities are going to be able to sell the product that you're trying to sell. So for that one, I definitely think like, so practice is where it's at, where like you just get out there and talk, and then the salespeople that you're talking to, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I think this person can do it. And then with sales, they're always willing to give chances to people to see if you can sell. At the end of the day, they want to see if you can sell, and so I think you're in a great spot. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to hear to hear how that goes. But I do want you to come and hang out with me and do some coding too. So we're gonna talk about that, because you can't let those skills go. You can't let those skills go, because even if you don't use it for a day-to-day job, you can like create your own projects. Like for example, you can create your own website where you're talking about your skills in tech sales and sales development representative and stuff like that, right? So there's so many options, right? So we're definitely going to put those skills to use, because now that you're here, there's no other choice. You got to put the skills to use, all right? But let's go and do some more stuff. All right. So we are over here. So let's put another 20 minutes on the clock.
It's time to do.
This is going to be our last 20 minutes with Terraform, because if this doesn't work, then we're just going to move on next week to the EBS, the volume storage and stuff. I was trying to see if I can get to some of it today, but we're getting our butts handed to us, but we're going to try to take this off right here. This is part of the problem, right? Because we can't get to the remote exec, because you would need to be able to SSH, and we don't want to SSH because it's supposed to be it's not supposed to be public, right? So I don't know. Let's see. So if we go here, and let me see, let's get here. This is what I'm looking for. So they're saying that will allow us to connect to the instance. I don't like that. See, but the issue is as well with this over here, we need the public. I don't want to use a public IP, right? So it's all good. It's all good. So we are gonna move over here, and we are looking. We are looking. Let me see. think that should do it. All right. So let's try to run it again. Terraform apply. It's gonna do its thing. So let's see. IPs. It's doing the security group. Let me see. User data. So just looking at all the configuration that it's going to be doing. AWS security group. Public key. Internet gateway. User data. All right, let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. At least this stuff makes sense, even if we run into some hurdles in there. But it makes sense what we're doing, right? Because we're just pretty much writing automation code. To me, Terraform is just writing automation code to set up like what we would do manually. So the concept of Terraform is not crazy to me. It's just like understanding what works where. And I think a big part of it helps when you are when it has that autocomplete and stuff for you. So yeah, I think it's really cool. So are we done? Something is done. Did it do our user file? How would I know? Mm, We're not sure. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go here because it did this part, right? But I don't know if it actually ran the script. I would think it did, right? But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here. Then we're gonna find out because here comes the QA part of it, to testing our work. Did it work? So being that we're gonna go to EC2. EC2. You know what? I'm gonna say it right now, right? Tomorrow morning, this week, instead of doing the rock paper scissors challenge, we're just gonna do some catch the flags, right? We're gonna look around. I mean, I might not find any of them, but we're gonna look around. We're gonna play around with that and see how that. We're gonna get more familiar with that, right? So this is here. There is no public IP. I guess I have to give it a public IP, right? So I can connect to it. So networking. To assign, you must allocate. All right. So let's allocate a new Elastic IP. So yeah, what we're doing here, we're just going to test it to see that if it ran the script or not, because it should be running. It should be running on port 8080, and we should be able to see. We should be able to see the rock paper scissors challenge if we number one, assign it to. So the first thing we're going to assign it to the IP address that we just allocated. Oops. Let's see. Assign IP. Let's see. Let me see. Where's my IP address? All right, so Elastic IP. And we are going to associate Elastic IP with that one. Choose private IP address. I guess I choose this one. Okay. So now if we go to EC2, here, so we have that. All right, so we have our IP address associated, right? Now, if we look at our security group, and we have 8080 here. So that's good. So now if we were to go here, open address, because now we're checking if the script actually took, right? It's not going to give you access on port 80. But if we go to 8080, let's see. But I might also need to, when looking at the security group, no, it's good. It should have it here. All traffic should come into these ports, which is correct. Make sure we're not missing anything. No, it looks good. But it's possible that so what we can do while this is doing its thing, we're going to open up our terminal. Another one. We're going to go to we do, and here we're going to do SSH-I and what is the name of these? Okay. Oh, I'm not using that though. All right. So CD. I'm not using this one. It's CD. Oh. Terraform. I think it's going to call Udemy Terraform, of course. And we want to go to, what folder is that in? Go into the Terraform test folder. All right, so inside of here, we are going to do SSH-I, and we're going to say SSH keys. What is SSH key name? PCR SSH key dot pub, I think. I think it's dot pub. SSH key. And then we're gonna do EC2 at use or EC2 dash user at all right, and let's see if that works. This should have access to it because the port is open. 8080 inbound. Let's go to security group. Inbound 8080 22. This is crazy. All right, so let's see. Outbound rules. Oh, IPv4. Edit inbound rules. Let's see. So we have 22. Let's do that. I mean, I shouldn't have to, but whatever. Let's do that. It already exists. All right, cool. Okay, so if we go back over here, if we go here, should have access. It should. Outbound 8080. That's the port we're trying to connect on. Let's see here. The VPC. Virtual private network. So we got all the configurations working. But the script with the user data was so fast that I have trouble believing that it's working. This is correct. Okay. We have all of this. We have all of that. Let's see. Should be open. I just really pretty annoying. Okay, so security group 8080 has permission, 22 has permission. Let's see what's going on with the IP then. Because the way that it's like totally knocking me out makes me wonder. Go in here. Oh, let's see. Instance summary. We have this networking. Mm, let's see. Subnet. It's not subnet. Okay. I can't get connected to it. I just want to. Oh, you know what I can do? I don't know. Let me see what I can do. If I go to connect. Right, use this one. Try that one. Time that on port 22, huh?
Lunch break! Lunch break!
So let's see. Pretty much got the same thing. Something with the configuration for the doing messing with each other. Let me see. But we are going to be wrapping it up in just a few minutes, though, because this public and private IP stuff, annoying. But these are two different security groups. So what if we were to do this, right? Or security group role set ID. Let's see. So if we edit this, just take everything out, right? And we say 8080. Okay. Add rule. 2. Okay, zeros all around. Everyone gets a 0. Let's see what happens. So we have this. I mean, should. Has a public IP. It has permission on the inbound. We have of everything. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm gonna keep playing with it, see if I can figure out why the configuration for this EC2 instance, when I try to connect directly to port 8080, it's not working. But that's how we troubleshoot. I'm gonna figure it out, and I will report back to you guys next week. But that's it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. It was amazing talking to Operation Tech Takeover. We have a lot in common, and I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel, and I appreciate you coming over from Tech Niche Tips, and Joseph. So I'm gonna wrap it up. What I'm gonna say, if you enjoyed the show, because I like to find out. I like to find out.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I am entertained. I had a great time, and we're going to do it again. So I will be back tomorrow morning, probably at 6:30. I'm gonna figure that out. Depends how it goes tonight. Where we will go live with our coffee and kata. We're going to be doing CTFs this week, right? We're gonna dedicate the week to CTFs in lieu of Cybersecurity Week, which I claim is Cybersecurity Week, right? In lieu of that, we're gonna be doing CTFs for our morning kata, and tomorrow morning, if I have the time, I am going to jump over there with Joseph and Trey to talk about, I don't even know what the topic is, but I'm gonna find out, and hopefully I can add some value, or I can just hang out with them, because that is an awesome way to start your Monday. So join me tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow, don't forget, we have Candid Conversations coming out, talking about why I don't believe you, but I want to. So what can we do so that we can start working together, right? I am about to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope you had a great time. I hope that you learned a lot. Before I go, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live, every time we drop a new video. Like the video, share the video, all of that good stuff. And check out the Patreon at www.techcoachralph.dev. Until next time, friends and family.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this loop. Listen up, tech enthusiasts. Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again. Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.